and gentlemen, our next guest was one half of the classic comedy team Cheech and Chong, and he's also starred in numerous films. Currently, you can see him in the TV show Nash Bridges and the upcoming film Paulie. Let's take a look at that.
I made it, L.A. I don't believe it.
I don't believe it. You can talk.
They talk.
Them? They don't talk. I say taco, they say taco.
Taco, taco, taco.
Are they okay?
Sure, they're okay. I don't know about me. Talking to a bird. Okay, talking to a bird.
Please welcome Cheech Marin.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much for coming. Good to have you back on the show.
Nice to be back.
First question, Cheech.
Yes, sir.
I love the name. It's not your real name, though.
No,
it couldn't really be your real name.
No, it's not. Richard is my real name. Dick for short, although not really.
Where were you, Max? He was having his suit simonized. All right, so you, where do you get it, actually? Where do you get Cheech?
My uncle named me Cheech. When I was first born, he looked in the crib and he said, "Ay, mira este niño, parece un chicharrón," which, you know, there you go.
Same thing my dad said when he looked at me as a child. What does it mean, actually?
It means pork rind. You know, chicharrones are deep-fried pig skins and little, you know, like pork rinds, you know.
You know, the more you pull at this thread, the less sense it makes. Come on, it means pork rind. You understand?
You have to be there and be Mexican, I guess.
I understand. All right, one day I'll have all those qualifications. You met President and Mrs. Bush, which I find kind of odd. You actually went over to their house.
Had dinner with them.
Now, I find that just kind of, I don't know why. Maybe just because I know you so well from the Cheech and Chong movies that you over there with President and Mrs. Bush seems a little strange. First of all, what were you doing there?
We were in Houston making Tin Cup, and they live there. They live in Houston, and Kevin Costner was their big friend, and so he comes up to me one day and says, "Listen, you want to go to dinner with the Bushes, and you got to behave." Sure, man. Barbara is the one that has to behave.
What are we talking about here? Wait, Jello shots? What is she? What kind of madness ensued?
Oh, there was a glass coffee table involved. I can't get into it, man. It was just...
We'll be up all night editing the show now, thanks to you. It's going to be 20 minutes of a Lost in Space episode right in there. And what happened? What did you guys talk about? I mean...
O.J. Actually, the O.J. Simpson trial was going on, and Barbara and I were the only ones who thought he was guilty as hell, and the other guys thought they were being very political. Well, I don't know. All the evidence isn't in, you know, duh.
Wait, so George Bush was there saying, he's innocent, and, you know, he's doing that whole...
Exactly, yeah, have a keychain. Here you go. Really. Hey, he takes his shoes off. That's the first thing he wants you to do is take your shoes off. Hey, take your shoes off. Put them up on the coffee table.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, I thought so, too.
I mean, you take your shoes off for one thing, but you leave them up, you know, near the front of the house. You don't put them on the coffee table.
Yeah, no, he wants you to sit there and just like, God, George.
Then they ladled soup into it. Yeah. Eat up. Strangest thing is happening. I don't even know what your take is on this, but your old partner, Tommy Chong, is auditioning new Cheeches. And I heard about this. And he's actually having auditions for the new Cheech, which is something I would love to see. I would love to see an audition for a Cheech, you know.
He's down to like anybody that's dark now. You know, it's like it can be Iranian, it could be Yugoslavian, anything. It's a way of telling people he's in town. He goes in every town and he auditions a new Cheech.
All right, so you're not threatened by this?
No, the old Cheech is always the best. Thank you, my people. You may live.
It'd be great if the new Cheech came looking for you.
Cheech Light or whatever.
Carrot Top will get it.
That's my fear.
You're doing lots of lots of stuff for kids now. Is that right?
Yeah, I am.
Tell us about which is a nice
Well,
thing.
I started doing animated flicks. You know, I did Oliver and Company and Lion King for Disney, and that worked out real well. And then I had my own children's character that I put out my first record called Cheech the Bus Driver. It's this Tex-Mex bus driver, and all the music is Tex-Mex. And I just signed a deal with Warner Brothers to do a movie on it. It's going to be called Cheech the Bus Driver, I've Come for Your Children. We want everybody to go see that.
You know what would be strange is that I think a lot of your old fans would hear that, hey, Cheech Marin has an album out, you know, and they would go out and they'd buy it, and they would probably try and find hidden messages and references in it, and like, yeah, school bus, we know what that means.
They would try to find the hidden rolling paper, I think.
Right. Well, you have kids of your own.
Yes, I do. I have 3, one of each.
What's It's nice when it works out that way.
Boom, boom.
What's the age differential there?
18, 12, and 5.
I'm just curious.
Really? Oh my God! We kept losing the recipe. It's going. All right, ready?
Well, I'm just curious if they're aware of. It's been a long time since you were, you know, making the Cheech and Chong films and things, and you have this whole other career now, which is quite different, and you've been very successful at it. Are they aware of who you used to be?
Well, my 12-year-old boy, who's about to be 13, is the only thing he's aware of one thing. My schlong goes up and then goes down again. You know, that's the boy.
Cheech, we're not on cable yet, you know? It's a network production here.
You want to bet?
Tonight's show, just for tonight, will be on Showtime, okay? Just for you.
And even beyond that, I'm sure your son was really happy you said that.
Well, he's the one that sang me that song.
Mention that on the show, Pop.
Dad, could you? He's discovering the records now. My wife had a Cheech and Chong's Greatest Hits CD, and so I was watching him. He's doing the dishes the other night, and he's playing like this, and he's like laughing, you know. And I was watching to see what he laughed at. What he doesn't understand, but he kind of came up to me after that. He goes, "Hey, Dad, you know what? You're funny." Thank you, sir. You like those shoes? You like those clothes? That's from being funny.
Yeah. I think it'd be weird for you because so many of those routines are just... People must come up to you all the time and do them to your face. Do you get that? Because I was in... when I was in Amsterdam, we were shooting something for the show in Amsterdam a couple of months ago, and we had this tour guide, and the whole time he was doing Cheech and Chong routines in my face, and after a while it was like, and the funny thing is he would get them wrong, you know? He's completely wrong about it. Are people doing that to you all the time?
All the time. All the time. Hey, Dave's not here. Anybody that's named Dave, you know, that's their curse for the rest of their life, and everybody, every time I walk down the street, it's da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, follows me around.
Well, I get, hey, there he is, get him. So you lucked out, okay? Give us a quick description of the movie, Polly, so that people know.
Polly is this wonderful family movie, children's movie. It's about a parrot who is with this little girl, and he gets separated from this little girl, and this parrot actually can talk. He doesn't, just mimic. He can actually converse. And he gets separated from the girl, and the story is about him trying to find the girl again, get back to the girl, and the time he takes to get back to her, he lives with a bunch of people, and I'm one of the people that he lives with. I have this taco cart in East L.A., and I have parrots of my own that I talk to, sing, and dance, and that's the little stage show that's to bring people in, and he joins the troupe. And
sounds like a fun movie for kids.
It is very, very good. I recommend everybody see it. It's really good.
Well, Polly opens Friday, April...
But you have to see it like 4 or 5 times the first week to really get it.
And it helps if you pay extra for the ticket. Polly opens...
If you're any disease you have, Dreamers will back me up on this.
That's Friday, April 17th. They'll see the movie, don't worry. And Nash Bridges, CBS, Fridays at 10 o'clock p.m. Cheech, thanks so much for doing it. Really nice to have you on the show. Cheech Marin, everybody. Jonathan Harris, Dr. Smith is coming up. We'll be right back.